Hey everyone, welcome back to RP Tech Talks. In this video, I'm going to talk about what is cloud computing. If- Before we start talking about cloud and cloud computing, let's take a step back and have a look into the traditional client-server architecture. So, what is the client and what is the server? How they will communicate with each other? Okay. So, clients are nothing but it's a computer or a workstation on which user run their application. Okay, they use to connect to a network to make a request to the server. Okay, in simple terms, a client is nothing but it's in a computer which will make a request and which will wait for the response. Okay, and what is the server? A server is a computer that serves many kinds of information to the user or a client machine. In a simple terms, servers it will receive the request from the various clients and it will process the request and it will give the response back to the clients. Let's take a step ahead and try to understand a bit more about what is client server architecture. So the application is modeled as a set of services are provided by a servers and set of clients that use these services. In a simple terms, uh, Wikipedia servers. So Wikipedia servers they have different pages. Okay, so based on your request, it will process the request and it will give the respective page. Okay, client need to know about the servers to connect, but servers does not need to know about the clients. In a simple terms, whenever the client need to make a request to any one of the server, it should know about the server DNS or IP address. Okay, then only the client can able to make a request to the server, but servers does not need to know about the clients. Okay. Now we have some understanding about what is meant by the client and what is meant by the server and what is this client server architecture. Let's take a step ahead and try to understand the type of architectures. Basically there are three types of architecture. One is one tier architecture and two tier architecture and three tier architecture, and few companies based on their requirement they have entire architectures. Okay, uh, let's go ahead and try to understand in a deep way of what is this different types of architectures. Okay, so let's have a look into the one tier architecture. In one tier architecture, the presentation and application and database resides in the same server. Okay, so let me give an example. You install the database in your system and you are accessing it to practice the SQL queries. Whenever you are sending an SQL query to the database, it will process the query and it will respond back with the result. In this case, the request is not going outside of the server. It is processing the request within the server. Okay. So in such architectures are called one tier architectures. Okay. Let's have a look into the two tier architecture. In two tier architecture, what I'm doing, I'm just separating the my application layer in my client machine and database into the sub servers. Okay, so whenever client make a request through an application to the database via network, so what database will does, it will receives the request from the application and it will process the request and it will respond back to the client machine. So in this case there is a few things are coming to the picture. One is maintenance wise is very less because here I have only two layers, and security wise is bit challenging. Okay, and third one is performance wise. The performance wise is bit challenging because whenever the client number of clients are getting increased, obviously the load on the server is getting increased. So in such cases the performance will decrease. Okay, so now let's have a look into the three tier architecture. In three tier architecture, what I did to improve the performance, I separated the application layer and database layer. So whenever the client make a request, first application receives the request and it will process the request, and if it is valid then it will query to the database, and the database it will respond to the query and it will send the result to the application layer, and the application layer will start giving send back to the result to the client missions. Okay, for now we understand about what is meant by the client and what is meant by the server and what is meant by the client server architecture, what are the different types of client server architecture. Let's take a step ahead and try to understand what is meant by the cloud computing. Okay, a cloud computing means by which we can access the application over an internet. It allows us to create, configure, and customize applications online. Okay, a cloud computing users can access the applications and database resources via the internet from anywhere as long as they need without worrying about any maintenance and management of actual resources. Okay. A cloud computing refers to configuring, accessing the applications on online. It offers a data storage infrastructure as well as application. Cloud computing offers a combination of software and hardware based on the computing resource delivered via network. Let me give a small example about cloud computing. Whenever you travel through a bus or train, you have to take a ticket for your destination and hold back to your seat till you reach your destination. Likewise, other passengers also take the tickets and travel in the same bus with you, and it is hardly bothers you where they go. Whenever when your stop comes, you get off the bus and thanking to the driver. In the same way, cloud computing is just like the bus. It's carrying the data and information for a different users and allows to use its services with minimal cost. Let's try to understand what are the services offered by the cloud computing and what is the difference between IaaS, PaaS and SaaS. And if you look into the diagram, there is four stacks are sitting here. One is on-premises and infrastructure as a service and platform as a service and software as a service. If you look into the on-premises stack, there is a couple of layers are sitting here, and you are the responsible to manage all the layers. You are the responsible to manage the application, data, runtime, middleware, OS, virtualization, server, storage, networking. That is, you are the responsible to manage the entire stack. Okay. If you look at the infrastructure as a service, and your responsibilities got decreased, and you are responsible for only for the application, data, runtime, middleware, and OS. And the service provider, he will take care about the visualization, server, storage, and networking. Imagine that you have an application and you know how to deploy that application and you know how to manage the operating system. So in such a situation, you will go with infrastructure as a service. Now let's come to the platform as a service. In the platform as a service, your responsibilities are now decreased. In the platform as a service, you are the responsible to manage your application and data. Remaining all the layers are managed by the cloud provider. Imagine you have an application and you don't want to manage your operating system. You don't want to uh, you don't want to take a headache of the operating system, and you don't want to take a headache of the runtime and middleware. You have an application and you want to deploy that application, and the application should start and running. In that case, platform as a service come into the picture. Now let's have a look into the software as a service. In software as a service, you don't have to worry about the hardware or even software. Everything will be installed and available for you, and what you have to do is just log into the console and then you just use the service. Okay. And some of the examples are like Google Drive. So in Google Drive, what you are doing, you are just logging to the Google Drive and you are uploading the documents or files, whatever you want, and you are using that service. Okay, you are not bothering about what is the backend hardware and in which application it is running. If you have any queries, you can send an email to rptechtalks@gmail.com, or you can connect me through Facebook, or you can connect me through LinkedIn, or you can send a message through Messenger. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you.